Coronation Street spoilers. Norris Cole leaves in sad exit scenes. Norris is heading back to Edinburgh to marry Frida and, having already waved off Dev Alahan, Jimmy Harkishin and the kids this week, Mary was already feeling vulnerable and short of pals, so Norris' news that he was departing imminently shook her. Norris enjoyed catching up with his friends and reminiscing with them in the Rovers, and it was clear that he was thoughtful over whether he was doing the right thing. But eventually, Mary, however, let all her emotions out as soon as he disappeared around the corner, as she sang to him before breaking down in tears. And Norris looked out. Show boss Ian McLeod recently told Metro.co.uk 100% Norris is not leaving the show. We just thought that ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that by the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes using the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes using the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.